Okay, when you're ready.
Yeah.
Okay, Steve. It wasn't pretty. What was your assessment of the game today?
Well, as you said, it wasn't pretty. And when games go like that, whether it's the pitch, whether it's two competitive teams that don't want to, fighting for different reasons. One trying to get promotion, one obviously trying to avoid relegation, and it's tight. So the game wasn't pretty, and you have to do all the nasty stuff, well. And I thought we did that well tonight. When balls need to be hooked on, we hooked them on, turned their back four around, especially first half. I thought first half we got them turned around nicely, and should have taken the lead with the penalty. Poor penalty in the end, you admit that, Ben, and a good save. And then second half, I thought you have to give credit to Hornchurch. I thought they played well second half. I thought Mitch Walker made a great save, kept us in it, and it's important. I think when games are 0-0, you rely on everybody. You rely on a centre half to make a last-ditch tackle. You rely on your keeper to make a great save, and he did that tonight. Kept us in the game, and that allowed us to get that 1-0 win in added-on time with a super volley from Ben May.
It could be a massive 3 points in the end, couldn't it? I mean, those are sort of games that can really sort of change a season or even make a season.
Yeah, I mean, I've got to be honest with you. I think we've had 7 wins and 2 draws since Chris and Jake have come in, and you'd have to say that a lot of them have been decided. With you look at Bar City with the own goal that was volleyed in from 6 yards. You need little bits of luck to go your way, and whatever we do at the moment as a club, everything is just falling for us. The Bar City own goal, the added on time tonight with Mitch making a great save, them missing a penalty as well. So all those things add up. So, and they always say that across the season things even themselves out, and I think we are on a rich vein of luck at the moment, but we're taking full advantage of it.
And I noticed after the game you're doing some fitness work with players. Can you just go into a bit more detail as to what that's about?
Yeah, well, it's obviously something that's been a bit of an issue for me from the day I walked in the building. The boys that don't play on a regular basis for the first team, there are no reserve games. There is no way of them getting fit, and I've always said that there should be some kind of fitness work after a game, because you don't get a great deal of time to work with these boys, and you do a Tuesday night, you do a Thursday night. You've seen, or you will see from the fixture list, that we've got Saturday, Tuesday. But the boys out the team, the ones that don't play, when you're going in on a Thursday and you're only doing an hour's work because the rest of the team are playing, 11 and a couple might come off the bench and play. The ones that don't play need that extra work, and it's something that I thought needed to be done, and Chris and Jake have allowed me to do that. And to be fair, the players have responded brilliantly. They work their socks off for no more than sort of 10, 15, 20 minutes after the game, and I think all of them will admit that it should be done. It's professional to do that.
And finally, can you just confirm your position with the club at the moment, and what it will mean sort of beyond this season as well?
Good question. I mean, obviously my position has changed dramatically since Nicky Forster left, and I've had a discussion with the manager, Chris Kinnear, and basically it's knuckle down and carry on to the end of the season. Beyond that, I'm contracted here for next season. I see myself just as first team coach at the moment. Jake's coming as assistant manager, Chris has come in as manager, Nick's left the football club. I haven't really, in truth, been given an actual title or role. Just part of the management team, and so I will do everything that's required of me. In terms of, if Chris asks me to do something, I'll do the best I can. With what he asks me. So at the moment, that is the running after the game. It's doing the warm-ups. It's taking some training during the week. That's what I do. And that will continue until I'm told otherwise.
Okay, Dean. It looked really tough out there, being such a physical game. Yeah. Was it as tough as it looked?
There wasn't much quality out there today. Or tonight, but it's a result that's the main thing. Get to this part of the season, it's all about results. We've got the 3 points, we can move on to the next game now. So it's not too much about the performance, it's about getting the result, and then hopefully we improve to the next game. We know we went wrong, and we'll go on to the next game.
So what I mean, obviously the team won, so that was the main thing, but what did go wrong in terms of the performance?
I'm not sure really. I think we got dragged into the way they played a bit like we could have put our foot on the ball a little bit more, passed it a little bit more maybe. But I think if we took our chances, we could have made it quite comfortable in the end. Could have taken a couple in the first half, and it would have been a different game. I think they would have opened up a little bit more. I think they were happy to take the point in the end, because I think they made a sub. I think they bring a striker and bring a back player on. So I think they was happy for the draw. So if it takes the last minute, it takes the last minute. It doesn't matter. We've got the 3 points. That's the main thing.
And did the team still believe, right at the death, that they could
I
nick
think
it?
you can tell we still believe because we were still pushing for the goal. I think we had a couple of chances just before that. Mo had one. I think the keeper made a really good save for Mo. And Mo's been unlucky. He could have had a couple of goals again today. Ben had the penalty early on. But I don't think the performance is too much to worry about there.
And the player who scored, obviously, was the player who missed a penalty, but it couldn't have been anyone more deserving.
No, Ben, he's been top class all season, so he deserves it. Deserves his work rate all game. But we knew he's got quality. Give him the ball in the area, and he'll finish the ball for us. Just got to get him the ball in the box, and 9 times out of 10 he'll put it in the back of the net. I'm not sure what happened with the penalty though. So you have to ask him about that.
But how were you guys with him at half time?
We just said carry on doing the same thing, and the goal will come. I think maybe a little bit more urgency when the ball's gone out of play, gone out for free kicks and stuff. Maybe we could have got it in a bit quicker. I think we got dragged into the way they played a little bit, went a bit slow, went a bit dead. But chances come, and then we finally took it right at the end.
Anyway, okay, Ben, you left it late, but what a goal! Can you talk me through it?
It was one of them evenings. I just didn't think he was going to cross the line. I was just about to go around about. I think it was Macca that put a good ball in. I shouted to Lloydie last minute, "I'm there for the setback," and he put it on the sixpence for me. And I just sort of thought, get anything on it, smash it as hard as I can, and luckily, finally crossed the line.
So it seemed to take an eternity, didn't it?
Yeah, well, it was one of them nights. I thought that's never going over the line the way tonight's gone. Didn't feel the best, to be honest. Not ill-wise, but I just didn't feel great in the game. Ball kept coming to me. I kept kicking off the pitch and all sorts, but it was well worth the wait.
And obviously, I know you missed the penalty earlier. Is it difficult to, as a striker, is it difficult to shrug that off, or do you just keep going?
Sometimes, but I think it gives us a little bit of hope when they miss theirs. I thought maybe this would turn around and be our night, and it was, thankfully.
And being obviously, the player that you are, at times you're the target man. You're not always going to get the decisions. Is that frustrating for you?
Yeah, a little bit. Especially when the referees won't talk to you as well. And it was alright tonight. He would tell you what was going on, but sometimes I feel like I'm getting pushed and sort of dragged and not getting no help from the ref. But I don't know. It was one of them nights, I think, and but we finally got the 3 points.
And that was the main thing, of course, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's what it's all about at the moment. It might be difficult to chase Welling, but why not go for it? We've got nothing to lose. Obviously, we want to make the playoffs at least, but why don't we try keep getting the 3 points every week as well and go for the automatic?
And the last minute goal, does that show how good the spirit is in the team at the moment and in the squad?
I think so, yeah. Maybe a few months ago, they would have nicked the last minute goal or something like that, or it would have just fizzled out and it drew 0-0. But yeah, I think everyone showed great character. We're standing now. I don't think anyone feels like they've had a good game tonight. But it's all about the 3 points, and that's what we've got.
Great. Well, cheers for that. Now, Michael, you told at one point, I heard you say to players, you still believe, keep believing. But did you still believe?
Yeah. Well,
right at the death.
Well, it's one of them ones. Even like last Tuesday when we played, we've been playing 3 at the back, and we've been quite solid. So I feel like if we do score, we're not really going to concede. And there's 2 games now. Touch wood, we've had a clean sheet. So it's one of them ones. If the defenders defend, the attackers will score. As you can see, Macca's got a bit, Moses got a bit, even Lloydie on the left got a bit. He kept the ball in play for Ben's goal. So yeah, it's one of them ones. If the defenders defend, then we're going to score.
And have you settled in since signing?
I've settled in alright, to be honest, because I know a couple of the boys here, so it's been alright. Moses, he's my little wingman at the moment. So yeah, I've settled in good.
And what do you think is your? I know you're playing sort of on the right of a back three, but what's your best position?
I do prefer playing right back, but I can play centre half. I can play right of a 3, so it's all right. I don't really mind.
And are you signed until the end of the season?
At the moment, just till the end of the season.
Okay. Well, it wasn't going to win game of the season, Chris, but your team came through in the end. What was your assessment of the game?
No, it was a hard-fought game. Remember, they'd gone away and they'd beaten Chelmsford at Chelmsford 4-1, hadn't they? And they've changed their formation a bit, and they're working hard. They don't want to get relegated, and they've always been a decent side. I played against them last year when they got promoted from the Vimes Prem, and they're a good dogged side. And to be fair, as you say, it wasn't a great game because they had a lot of players in midfield. But as I say, the lads have got a little bit of character, haven't they? You never say never with our lads, really. As I say, they don't have to play well, but we get results.
And Ben May, who missed a penalty earlier on, but he delivered the 3 points at the end with a real striker's goal.
I'm pleased for him, really. I mean, he usually smashes them, doesn't he, the penalty? But again, it's just what he said. He changed his mind, but nobody said anything at half time. He didn't do it on purpose. So yeah, and when he hits it, he stays hit, and it was a great goal to win the game.
So was he okay at half time, was he?
Yeah, of course he was. Well, why wouldn't he be? You don't go picking people. Nobody misses a penalty on purpose. So you just got to keep him going, and he kept going, and I was pleased for him.
Now, it was a tale of 2 missed penalties. In your opinion, though, were they both penalties?
Probably. Yeah, I mean, you could have seen an argument not to give either of them, but probably the referee was right. Yes.
Now, it was a real physical game, like you said. What was your tactic beforehand?
No, we were trying to get at them. We knew they are a physical side, not dirty, but physical, strong, physically strong. That's the way they play, and we said, you just got to stand up to them, and not let it put us off. And I don't think it did. At times we created so many chances. I thought Mo at times just ripped them apart down the side. I mean, they changed their formation about 2 or 3 times, didn't they? So it was just keep at it. We knew we'd get a goal, but we didn't think it'd be so late.
And did the long ball tactic frustrate you at times, because it wasn't always quite paying off?
No, but it's hard because again they played with a sweeper, didn't they, as well? They played 4 in midfield, so it's hard to play through there. You've got someone like Dale McMahon in there who you want to give the ball to, but he's smothered a bit. We've got a lot of players in there, they've got a lot of players in there, so that's the way the game goes. And on other days the game's more open and it suits us. So I mean, the team's very adaptable at the moment, and as I say, against a decent side, we've got a good result.
Dean Rance was man of the match today, and deservedly so. What did you make of his performance?
Well, of all his performance since I've been here, really. I mean, you need someone like that in a side if you're going to achieve things. He's been magnificent, really, considering that he'd had 13 bookings before we got here, and he's had one in the 10 games or 9 games, how many games it was. He's been focused, he's looked after himself, and yeah, he deserves that, I think.
Is that something you've spoken about the number of bookings he'd previously had?
Straight away. I mean, Jake pulled him straight away, because Jake was a little bit like that. He used to get a few bookings, didn't he, when he was playing for Dover? So Jake had a little word as well. So yeah, it has made a difference. And as I say, we don't want to be going around fouling people. It slows the game down. We want to get the ball and get it at them.
One player who didn't feature today was Sam Long. Can you just explain the situation with him? And I understand he's on the dual registration terms.
That's right. He's on the dual registration. He played for us when we were at Margate beginning of the season, and he ripped sides apart, to be totally honest. He was outstanding with the rest of the team, really, as the way we started at Margate. He got an ankle injury, and he just fell out of favour there, and he's left. He needs to play games because he'd been out for a little while, and he's gone to Cray, and yeah, he's on dual registration. That's what he wanted. As soon as he left Margate, he phoned up and said, could he come down? But to be fair, I don't want to change it about too much, because obviously there's a bit of a spirit amongst them, and you can lose that spirit. It's like, remember Spear when he signed for Newcastle all those years ago. They were running away with the league, and all of a sudden you change the way the pattern of play. So but he's a good lad. He's been here before. He wants to be here. So yeah, he'll be playing for Cray on Saturday, I should imagine. But we need a squad, because obviously it's still a long way to go, and there's a lot of games to go. 2 games a week. And
there was no Callum Willock on the bench at all. Can you explain why that was?
No, he's ill. He was ill yesterday. And he hadn't eaten much. I think he had some soup today, he said, and I mean, he'd have come if I'd have asked him to come, but it was worth, it's a long way to go, so we just thought we'd sort of give him a rest, and hopefully he'll be lads are keen, see, but no, so the lads he was keen to sort of come anyway, but I said stay at home and just be ready for the rest of the season.
And how's Barry Cogan?
Barry's groin seems to be getting better, but another one that's ill. He hasn't been at work all week, at the end of last week, and he doesn't get paid at work because he's agency. So he's a bit disappointed, but he's slowly getting better again. I mean, luckily Callum and Barry should be fit by the weekend.
And how many more games until St Pember's back?
I think it's one more game, isn't it? How many games is that, Steve? One more game. Yeah, so I think it's one more game. It'd be good to have him back, but the lads at the back have done well. 2 clean sheets, haven't they? But it'd be great because he's a great character, a good captain for us.
Will he? Do you anticipate he'll be straight back in the team once his ban is up?
I don't know, to be honest. I couldn't say that about any of the players, really. We just have to say it'd be difficult to put him in, but again, each game is different, and another game, anything else could happen.
And another home game on Saturday against Sutton. Do you expect that to be an equally tough game?
Yeah, Sutton have got a bit of flair, haven't they? They're always a decent side. I mean, I think they were pushing for the playoffs, and I think they had a couple of iffy results, and I think maybe they've sort of pulled back a bit and let a couple of players go in. The only thing is that they're probably not going to go down. They're not possibly going to make the playoffs, unless they have a late run. So they're going to play with a bit of freedom, I suppose. But again, we're at home, and we expect to win at home, whatever means it takes. We want to play nice open football, but the other side doesn't want us to play nice open football. So we just got to try and keep getting results.
Excellent. Well, great win today. Thanks very much.